Yo, what is going on, guys? It's GentooMan here, and I need to stop finding the motivation to make videos in the middle of the fucking night. It's gonna kill me one of these days. But anyways, the reason I'm making this video is because Leafy is back. You guys all know Leafy. You know, Leafy is here. He was a big guy on YouTube back in the day, and a lot of people consider him like the king of commentary, and more or less, and I mean, I guess I do have to give him this credit. He was sort of the pioneer of what I do now, you know, sort of the commentary and stories over the gameplay. A lot of people do say that Leafy popularized that, which he did definitely play a part in that. I don't know if he invented it, but definitely played a part in it, and he's back now. For those of you who don't know his whole history, LeafyIsHere is very controversial, always has been. He's always been like calling out people left, right, and center and crossing the line all sorts of times and criticizing people, and that resulted in all sorts of like bans and strikes from YouTube and everything. And his YouTube channel ended up getting fully banned a little bit ago because he came back after the whole like iDubbbz incident where people were calling iDubbbz a simp and everything because of his girlfriend's OnlyFans. And Leafy came back for a little bit after that. Then he did a couple of videos on Pokimane, and I think he got his last strike, and he got banned for like harassment or something like that. And he tried to come back with a couple more channels, and YouTube just kept striking him down. They're serious about taking Leafy off the platform, which now that this is happening, kind of leads me to get back into the whole Sniper Wolf situation. Like, why are they taking so much action against Leafy, but they won't take any at all against Sniper Wolf? I don't know, but different video for a different time. Anyways, Leafy also got his Twitter banned twice. He got it banned like a while ago, and then Elon Musk himself actually made like a personal point out of unbanning Leafy. And I don't even know what of this I can actually say and not get myself like struck by YouTube, even though I don't even make any money on this site. But he's been saying all sorts of controversial things, like a lot of hateful things towards the LGBTQ community, just a lot of things that like don't really fly. And I don't really know why he would say that. And he's gotten his Twitter just like completely banned a second time now, and he's gone. But you may be asking, with all these bans, how is Leafy back? And Leafy is back through Rumble. And Rumble is a website that it's kind of like a YouTube competitor, quote unquote. It's like, I mean, it is, but it's definitely not nearly as big as YouTube, and I don't know if it will be for quite a while now. I'm using it myself. Like, this video will probably go live on Rumble as well as YouTube. So whichever one you're watching on, go follow my other channel on the other site. But anyways, that is how Leafy is back, is through Rumble. And Rumble is also currently hosting Ricegum. He has an exclusive, he signed with them. He's an exclusive deal with them, just like Leafy did. Leafy was also offered a contract with Rumble, which he took. And the reason I bring up Ricegum is because he seems to have actually learned. Like, you know, Ricegum was also a very controversial person on YouTube in the past. And because, you know, he had all his like controversies and everything, and he seemed to never like apologize, never be sympathetic for anything he's done, and just like flex. That was Ricegum's whole thing. But from the sounds of it and everything I've seen of him, he seems to really be kind of laying low. He's not trying to like be controversial to be in the spotlight. He's not keeping up his dumb shit he's done in the past. Like, he's gotten older, and I'd like to think that he's matured. I haven't seen any of his like recent stuff. I just know he's streaming on Rumble a lot, and he seems to have matured. He has his audience, and he's just doing his thing, which is something Leafy should be doing, but isn't. Because a lot of people make the case for Leafy that he just is controversial because that's his brand, and that's what keeps him in the spotlight, which I'm not going to say that's fair. Like, I think that's pretty dumb. I get it. I get why someone would do that, but I think it's dumb, and I think it's a dumb way to get fame. It's really definitely of the all publicity is good publicity, what it really isn't. And the thing with Leafy at this point is he has his fans now. People know who he is. The people who want to watch him are going to watch him for him. So even if he isn't this big controversial guy anymore, the people who like Leafy are still going to watch Leafy. So he doesn't need to be this person for attention anymore. I mean, I guess there's always gathering the more attention, but he doesn't need to do that. So it really makes you wonder at this point, is Leafy just that hateful of a person? Like, does he genuinely believe all these things that he's saying? Or is he just out for the attention? Does he just enjoy watching, like, the anarchy? Like, I don't know what his deal is. Because honestly, at this point, I do think that Leafy does believe these things, and he just is a generally hateful person. And it's things like that that make me wonder why it is that they've decided to, like, actually offer Leafy a contract over at Rumble. I mean, from what I understand, Rumble was really branding itself as like, we're not like YouTube. We're not going to censor your voice. Like, you're going to say what you're going to say, and that's okay. Like, they want to bring it back to the days where you could just like say anything on YouTube, throw whatever, like beef or whatever you want. It's like you are going to, like, you can say whatever you want to say. From what I understand, Rumble is very popular amongst like right-wing, like conservative people, because that's typically the side of the political spectrum that's being like, you know, the more so demonetized. You know what I mean? It's like just less liberal. I don't really know how to get into this, but I think my point is pretty clear here. And I think that's why Leafy ended up getting this contract. But even so, it just weirds me out a little bit just after everything he's doing. But with all that said, my point really is Rumble has given Leafy a platform once again. This is his job again. He's back to the internet after his very long hiatuses, his bans and everything. Leafy's back, and that's really the point here. And I don't know, it's just weird to me that a lot of these like super like controversial now creators are just keeping their platform. Like, Leafy has got one back. He's been offered a contract despite everything. Like, his contract was offered to him after his YouTube ban, after his Twitter ban. And I get that Rumble's whole platform is that you can say whatever you want to say and you're not going to be censored, but I feel like that should only be to a certain degree. Like, just being borderline, like actually like homophobic, all these things, like I don't know why this is acceptable. I don't know why Leafy is being actively paid for this platform. At the same time, I don't know why Sniper Wolf is being actively paid for her platform over on YouTube. Like, we've seen the things Sniper Wolf has done. From my understanding, I mean, obviously I don't know her personally, but she is not a good person. And I just can't really wrap my head around how these people are given these platforms. And honestly, I think Rumble giving Leafy his platform back was a bad move for them, because I can tell they're definitely trying to move up to be a competitor for things like YouTube and Twitch, which it seems like they're actually doing, because they're signing some pretty big people. Like I've said, like it seems like ones that are kind of like out of the spotlight now that can maybe come back. Like, I know they signed Ricegum, and of course, because I'm making this video, Leafy. But because of the person Leafy is, and because of the controversies he's had, I think him being one of the front runners of like, oh, we have Leafy like exclusively over YouTube, I don't think that's a big selling point. And with Leafy being one of the top people over on Rumble, it'll just make Rumble the same toxic space that YouTube was when Leafy was around. It's going to be the same thing. It's just going to repeat itself, if not worse, because of what Rumble stands for. And no hate to Rumble coming from myself, though. Like, I actually quite enjoy the platform. I've set up my own account, and you may even be watching this video on it, because it'll probably go up on that site as well, because I like it. I like the way it's designed. And like, to an extent, I agree with the policy that people should be able to say what they want to say. Just, I don't think you should be paid and offer contracts for actively hating on like a group of people. I don't think that's right. But I guess Leafy and the content that he makes sort of paved the way for people like me to come along and do basically the same thing to less effect with me and my 80 subscribers. Thank you for that, by the way. So what the fuck do I know, right? I still want to give Luna, I want to give him credit for me doing this, not Leafy. Luna, you brought me here. I like you. You're great. But anyways, yeah, what the hell do I know, right? I'm just a guy who followed in, I guess, technically down the line, Leafy's footsteps, even though I'd rather say Luna's. But anyways, guys, I'm tired as fuck. Like I said, I always make these videos in the middle of the night because that's when I get my motivation. It's the worst. It's going to kill me one of these days. But let me know what you think of this whole situation now that Leafy's back. Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching if you made it this far. All my socials will be in the description. Follow me on TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, all that stuff. It's going to be all for me. Stay awesome, you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Later.